Back, everybody. This is Justin with Calvary Chapel RV Travelers. We are here in Fort McDowell in Arizona at the Miracle Church of All Nations site to where Johnny Curtis was the pastor of until he died in 2019. And right there, that's the church. And we're going to go over and take a look at it. I want to get this in here because this is really neat. As we're coming up here, looks like they were going to build on here. Most people say, well, it would be a garage, but and that's probably what they were using it for here, store stuff. But here's the entrance at one time, but it's condemned now. And so there's I don't think it's open. Well, it is open. We're gonna just come in, but there was the stage and everything, and this is where they had church. And so, but it got condemned. Some things happened out here with water damage, and unfortunately that happens. And so we have an inscription here, 4/11/96, John, Maryland, I think it is, in Maryland. Yeah, comes up better on the phone than it does. And so that's probably when that concrete slab was put down there. Pretty cool. I've been a fan of Johnny Curtis. He's a Native American singer, and he was a pastor here. I've been a fan since 1986, and I never got to see him in concert, just saw videos. So at this point, right now, I know that they're not meeting, obviously, here anymore, but they're meeting at a friend's house down the road. And not much else to say except they have tent meetings. They still do. That's why we see the porta-johns right here. But out in this field here, they set up these big tents, and they have tent meetings here. And they had them all this past month, and I missed it. I came all the way from Washington State down to Fort McDowell, Arizona, and missed it. But we're going to go out to the gravesite of Johnny Curtis. Welcome back, everybody. I don't even know how to pronounce this. Bada Majo. This is the Fort McDowell Community Cemetery, which reminds me really of a sacred Indian burial ground by the way they got this set up. It is absolutely amazing. I love the cactus. They're real. I went up and touched it with touched those things with some paper, and they're very rigid. Okay, you don't want to play with those. But these, this is how they bury out here in Arizona, or at least here, with the mounds. Really cool. Here's a Native American veteran, Vietnam veteran. I love it. Died in 2018, and people still come out. Okay. These mounds eventually will erode. Some of these mounds, when I drove in here, I thought, holy cow, these people just died. And that's not the case at all. Some of them have been dead for 10 years. And they're this one, I think, well, let's find out. 3/13/2024. So this is a big mound. Died almost a year ago. Big mounds over there. But we're not here to look at everybody's grave. We're here to see Johnny Curtis's, and I just drove way past it looking on the wrong side. Guy said keep left, and I thought he meant to look left. And you can see how these are just kind of spread out. One over there, one there. There's no rhyme or reason why that is, but the guy that I talked to, Johnny's grandson, said, well, you're going to see a large platform. Well, here it is. I totally missed it. This is his uncle's, Jonathan Shanae. And he was a drummer. I'm believing, I don't know how he was related to Johnny Curtis, but this is Johnny's site here. And I recognize it pretty much right off. After I started looking for the bench, he said, there's a wooden bench there. And it's not very stable, but Johnny Paul Curtis, November 4th, 1950 to December 20th, 2019. So he was a great grandfather. He was an amazing musician, absolutely amazing. And that Indian on the horse, that was on his Spirit of God a tape that I got when I first discovered him. Look at that, it looks like another guitar player. That guitar has seen its days. One thing about the Native Americans out here is they are very much into music, especially the gospel. But I never got a chance to see Johnny perform. I wish I would have, but I watch all his videos. So just go on and look for Johnny Curtis, spelled Johnnny, and check it out. He's really good. He's one of the best I ever saw. Lots and lots of musicians out here. You see lots of oh, there's the police. Probably shouldn't be videotaping. Some people don't like it, but I think it brings honor to these people. This is definitely an ancient burial ground for Indians. God bless. One thing I wanted to say is he actually passed away of cancer, and it was pretty sad because he was so vibrant, and he wasn't that old. I mean, he was born in 1950. He was only 69. To me, that's not that old. And so, the thing is, we have a certain amount of time on this earth to get things done. And just like the scripture there says, I've fought the good fight. I've finished the race. I have kept the faith. 2 Timothy 4:7. Now, Paul wrote this while he was in Rome. He was getting ready to be killed. He knew it. Got his head chopped off. Johnny knew he was getting ready to go home to see the Lord. And he didn't have to deal with all the COVID stuff that came, a few months after this. But I didn't find out he passed away until February of 2020. And so I really, really wanted to get a chance to meet him. Never did. But, cancer is one of those things that's really rough. I mean, I've seen some videos with him sitting down and preaching because he wasn't able to stand on. He had cancer in the leg, I believe, but he wasn't able to stand. And so pretty sad. Pretty. But, when the Lord calls you home, for us it's sad, but for him, it's very exciting. Very exciting. So I guess the moral of this video is do everything you can with the time you got, and don't be so hateful. You want people to come to your funeral instead of celebrate that you're gone.